Question 32. 2/5 divided by 2. Well, there's a couple of different ways we can do this. The first way is I'm just going to tell you a simple little rule which will always work, and then we'll explain as to why that actually works. So, if you're dividing a fraction by a whole number, then in the answer, you're going to have a fraction, and the top number stays the same, so the 2 is going to stay as 2, but then to get the bottom number, you simply times these two numbers together. You times the whole number by the denominator. I know it says divide, but this is the little trick that works. So if you times them two together, you can get 5 times 2, which is 10. So your final answer is 2/10. You should try and simplify that if possible. And to simplify 2/10, obviously you can half both of these. So if you half the 2 and half the 10, you're going to get 1/5. So a simplified answer is 1/5. Okay. Now that's a little rule that will always work. So another couple of examples. So 3/4 divided by 3. Well, if you kept the top number the same, that would be 3, and then times these two together, that would be 12. So that would be 3/12. And 3/12 simplifies to be a quarter. We'll do one more example. So you could have 7/9 divided by 6. Well, the top number stays as it is, so the 7 stays as it is, and these two get multiplied together. So 9 times 6 is 54. And you can't actually simplify that any further, so your final answer for that one will be 7/54. Now let's have a quick look as to why this actually works. Well, if you've got a chocolate bar that contains fifths, so I'm doing a chocolate bar here with 5 pieces in it. So there's my chocolate bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to shade in 2/5. So 1/5, 2/5. Now there's my 2/5, and it does say to divide this by 2. So you've got to take this yellow bit here and divide it by 2. In other words, split it in half. If you divide the yellow bit by 2, you're going to have one yellow bit in each of the bits that you've made. And each of those yellow bits is now 1/5 of the original chocolate bar. So if you do 2/5 divided by 2, you get 1/5 in each bit. So your final answer is 1/5, which is exactly what we've got over here.